arrived. Soles of the feet come together, knees flop apart. Or if that doesn't feel great on your low back, you can have your feet wide and your knees together. Either which way. Yeah, you've arrived. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Take a loud exhale breath through your mouth. Press all the air out. Feel your lower back spread. Feel your upper shoulder blades melt to the ground. And then feel the rise and fall of your breath. Your breath is the guide to your practice. So just kind of tune into it. Ujjayi breathing is recommended, but nothing's perfect. Inhale through the nose, through the back of the throat. Exhale through the nose, through the back of the throat. Couple more cycles of breath. Who? She's in there. Yeah. She's in bright fuchsia pants. Blink your eyes open. Take your hands behind your head, like a little pool raft. Pretend like the summer's still happening. Yep. Keep the elbows very open. Bend your knees up, like a little tabletop position. Lift them in space. Lift the eyes of the shoulders up off the ground. But when you do this, I want you to keep your elbows very open. That's it. So you should just feel the lower belly pressing against the mat. This is what we want when we work on the isometric movement of the core. So the second you feel like the natural curve of our spine, which we all have, starts to kind of like arch, you're definitely going into your low back and not using the frontal core muscles, okay? So I'd rather you do less and really focus on drawing that belly in and up. Keep your knees bent like a tabletop position. That's it. Eyes of the shoulders lift. Perfect. Neck is neutral, which means you're looking up and you're just holding and breathing. If you feel like you can't breathe and your neck is being crunched, you have to lengthen. Good. So you're going to extend your right leg forward. You're going to pick a height that works for you. Now, if back is more sensitive, you're going to lift the leg a little higher up. If you're able to go a little lower, you're going to go into a hovering position to the ground. That's it. Yep. You're going to rebend that right leg back to tabletop. You're going to pause. The eyes of the shoulders lift. You're going to extend your left leg forward. Pick a distance from the floor that works for you. Everyone's going to be a little different this morning. A little higher is going to be less intimidating on the low back. Hovering is going to be more intense. That's it. So you're not doing much. You're just kind of like suffering slightly, but you'll be okay. Yeah. We like slight suffering. I like to suffer a lot. Yeah. Okay. Rebend the left leg, tabletop position. Relax the shoulder blades down. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. So we're going to amp it up a little. Lift the shoulder blades up off the ground. That's it. Extend your right leg forward. Pick a distance that works. Keep your right hand behind your head, and you're going to reach across, left hand behind the head. I don't know why the legs look funny. Hands behind the head. Go back to center. Right leg is forward. Okay. Left hand behind the head, right hand across the body. That's it. It was just going to take a second. Good. So now you're just reaching. There you go. I know. We got it. All good. All good. Good. Your neck is neutral. Your elbow is open. You're reaching across your body. Come back to neutral. Hands behind the head. Yep. Extend the left leg forward. Pick a distance that works. Keep the right hand behind the head. So I want the hand behind the head so the neck doesn't go into a position that's not working. And then reach the left hand across your body. Low back is flat. That's why you have to pick a distance with that left leg that's going to be high enough or low enough that you feel that your lower back stays rooted to the mat. You feel what I mean? See what I mean? Yep. It all happens to us. Yeah, you're doing great. Good. Breathe. Come back to neutral. Relax the shoulder blades down. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Extend both legs up towards the sky. Yeah, if your hamstrings are tight, this doesn't feel great, Apu, just keep your knees a little bit bent. Lift the shoulder blades up off the ground. Aren't we having fun? I'm thinking about my son and his horrible class that he was complaining about. So I'm like, I was like, be a rock star, be the leader of the class, be the leader. We rise above. I said, I can't orchestrate life for you. You have to figure it out, dude. I said, sometimes bad things end up being good, right? Okay, so we're gonna lower the left leg. You're gonna pick a distance to the floor that works for you. It can be a slight split, but your right leg is gonna stay straight up and your left leg is gonna move forward. You got it. So maybe it's a small split of the leg. Come back up to center. Try the other side. Come up to center. One more time each side. You're gonna pick that split of the leg. Some of us are gonna go, so the one leg is high, one leg is low. Some of us are just gonna be a little. Bring it back up to center. Lift a little higher with the neck and the shoulders, up, straight up, and then switch the legs one more time. Come back up to center. Reach both your fingertips towards the sky and elevate yourself. Now, your neck is neutral, your shoulder blades are lifted, and you're reaching towards the sky. Hug your knees and rock and roll several times. Cross your ankles, step to a down dog. Yeah, downward facing dog. Take up a lot of space this morning on the mat. Your hands go wide, your feet about hips width distance. Bend your knees a little bit. Spread your toes wide. And just connect. Connect to your body, connect to your breath. Try to disconnect from your thoughts. That's the hardest part. Breathe your hips way up off your shoulders. So if the hamstrings of the lower back feel sensitive, tight, stiff this morning, join the party. Bend your knees a little bit or a lot, and that's going to definitely be a segue in. Yeah. Your hips lift high up off your shoulders. Your shoulders move away from your ears because what we don't want is all of our weight dumping down. Good. Outer triceps grip in. Thumb, index finger, baby finger mount down. Good. Your head detaches from your body. Yes, just let your head go. Relax your jaw, relax your face. Roll forward to plank. So from your first dog to plank, sometimes there needs to be a little bit of adjustment. Sometimes it's a little shorter than we anticipated. The goal here is to lead a little bit with your chest. So your heart leads forward. Your neck stays neutral. Contract the navel just like you were. It's the same action on your back, but now you're in plank. Now your hands and your feet are the mount. Right. So it's that same action. Pit of the belly draws to the back of the spine. Look forward with your eyes. Float your right foot an inch from the ground, just an inch. Just float it, the leg stays straight and the right foot hovers an inch. Lower the right foot down, hold the plank. Lift the left foot an inch from the ground. Lower the left foot down, hips go up and back, down dog. Now your down dog has found its appropriate distance. Sometimes we feel like we need to walk it in, but this is where you should be. Good. Roll forward plank position. Lead with your heart and chest. Drop your knees on an angle that works for you. Thigh bones are back a little. That's it. Bring your weight forward, lower halfway to a supported push-up. If push-ups aren't your thing, you just hold supported plank. Less is more. Elbows close to your side body and your shoulders draw down your back. Re-straighten your arms. Pause. Try it again. Halfway to a supported push-up. Less is more. I'd rather you go 1 inch than go, all the way down and feel like you're in a flop. Re-straighten your arms. Again, halfway supported push-up. Elbows slide by your side ribs. Shoulders slide down your back. Neck stays neutral. Re-straighten your arms. Lift your knees. You're in plank position. Float your right foot an inch. Hug your right knee towards your navel. This has a name. Did you know that? It's called tiger eye or something. Yeah. Step your right foot forward and through, low lunge. You learn new things every day. Step your left foot forward to meet your right, top of mat. Yeah, have the blocks up there. Definitely step to the top. Separate your feet at the top of the mat. It's a nice way to practice in the beginning. Long spine on the inhale breath. Exhale, fold into yourself. Root to rise, come all the way up. Drag it to prayer at the top. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Long spine sets you up. You're going to take a big step back with your right foot this time. The left foot joins plank position. Halfway to a push-up that works for you. Revisit plank. Hips go up and back, down dog. Come forward to plank position. Float the left foot an inch from the ground, just an inch. Hug the left knee in towards the navel, give it a good little squeeze. Step the left foot forward and through. Sometimes it doesn't get all the way forward, so you actually have to use your hands. Yep. Come to the fingertips and then spring to the top of the mat. You got it. Long spine right here. If the hands don't make it, don't stress. They just rest on your shins. Exhale the breath, fold into yourself, let it go. Root to rise, come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold, let your head fall. Long spine sets you up. It doesn't matter which leg you step back with, just step, step, plank. Halfway to a push-up, but hold your push-up. Hold your push-up. If you need to drop your knees, drop your knees. Now slide through your up dog. Pull your chest through your body. If baby cobra suits your body and your practice, please take that. Hips go up and back, down dog. Your breath guides the practice. Arms stay active. Look where you want to go. You can step, step. If you're feeling bouncy and really energetic this morning, you can hop. Long spine. Fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. You're looking good. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Nice and easy, clean movements. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Long spine to prepare. Step, step to plank. Or hop. That was good. Halfway to your push-up. Smooth transition to your up dog or cobra. You pick your poison, spread your palms wide. Hips go up and back, down dog. Each one gets a little better. If you're not quite there yet, just go with it. Arms stay straight. Look where you want to go. Step or float, top of mat. Long spine, fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Long spine to prepare. Step or float through your vinyasa. So you decide what you need. Extra push-ups, take them out. Extra back bends, take it out. Meet me in a down dog. Arms stay straight. Look where you want to go. Step or float, top of mat. Long spine, fold. Root to rise, come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Last one of these. Arms go straight up. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Yeah, bend your knees a lot. Long spine sets you up. You can step or float through your vinyasa. If you're going to hop, it should be a really light hop back to your low push-up. The up dog is smooth. Press even through your hands, the tops of the feet. Keep your neck very neutral. Hips go up and back, down dog. Breathe your right leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Just be mindful of anything behind you, a neighbor, a wooden shelf. Yeah, me, whatever. I walk into stuff. It's going to be one of those days I'm walking into parked things. Come forward, hug your right knee in towards your navel. Give it a good little squeeze. Look forward with your eyes, guys. Step your right foot forward and through. Walk your right foot to the right. Come to your fingertips. Come to your fingertips. Yeah, lift your fingertips up off the ground. So when we do this, the goal is to slide your right thigh bone back into the hip socket. So you're in this hovering position. Yeah, the back leg has to zip itself up, and there's a tiny bit of space from your stomach to your thighs. So you're really relying on your legs. And then we start to rise into your lunge. Now, as you come up, if you feel any tugging on the low back, anything going on, soften your back knee. There's no perfect yoga poses. There's good alignment, right? There's working on our alignment so we can stay safe. And every one of us are different with that. Let the shoulders slide down your back. That's it. Draw that belly in. Lift the side of the ribs up. Good. The hands are going to frame your front foot. Use your two blocks. Slide them right next to your right foot so that, yes, on the low setting. And let your left leg lift up into a standing split. Yes. So now I need your stomach on the top of your right thigh. So you're going to bend your right leg a lot. Bend it, Nikki. Bend it, bend it, bend it. Yep. So the left leg, we're not interested in how high the left leg is lifting. So even go higher, Pooh, if you want with the blocks. Yep. It's like a geriatric standing split. Yeah, it's not pretty looking. This is like, we're feeling a little tight, we're just breathing. There's no judgment. Okay. Use the blocks if they're there. Come to the fingertips, long spine. Step back into warrior one. So you're going to just turn that back foot and anchor your right foot down and your left foot down, and then rise. Laura, take your left foot over to the left more. Take a wider positioning, yeah. And then steer the left side of your body forward and then reopen your arms. That's it. Yeah, I do find that a wider positioning of your feet feels a little better for a lot of us. The neck is neutral. The outer blade of your back foot presses firm. And you're staying connected here. Hands to frame your front foot, plank position. Halfway to your push-up. See if you can hold your push-up for an extra breath or two. The up dog is smooth. Take your time. Hips go up and back, down dog. Breathe your left leg up and back, three-legged down dog. When you lift it into space with integrity. Point your left toes, come forward and hug your left knee in. Look forward with your eyes. Step the left foot forward and through. Come to your fingertips. Before you go anywhere, integrate your left hip in and activate your right leg. Then come to your fingertips and let them hover. So we're hovering the fingertips first. We're not in a standing split. We're setting up for crescent lunge. That's it. It's all good. That's what I'm here for. Rise, high lunge, crescent lunge. Soften the back knee if you need to. If you feel like your balance is a little wobbly or shaky, the suggestion with that would be to walk the left foot a little over to the left. So your positioning of your feet is like hips width distance. Yeah. If the back is tugging or pulling, soften that back knee or tip your torso a little forward. That's going to get you out. Yeah. It's really easy to move through a practice quickly. It's really hard to be in the poses. So challenge yourself with that today. Hands to frame your front foot. I recommend using the block, low, medium setting, line it up next to that left foot, and then let your right leg lift up. Now, it's more important that your stomach is resting on your left side than the height of your right leg. Yeah. Perfect. So just bend that leg, like literally bend it, bend it, bend it. And then you kind of you crawl. Your hands are like there to kind of brace the ground. Perfect. The head drops. The shoulders relax. That's it, Megan. That's exactly it. Come to the fingertips, long spine. Nice, Tracy. Giant step back with that right foot. Set it up from the ground up and then rise. First warrior. You've arrived. Make sure the positioning of your feet is wide enough. Your right toes almost completely turn forward. I'd call that almost a 70-degree angle. Yeah. The right ribs have room to move. Your back leg grounds. 2 more breaths. Settle yourself in. Hands to frame your front foot. Hit the plank. Lower halfway to your push-up, but hold for an extra breath or two. Then drag yourself through a smooth, clean up dog. Keep your neck neutral. Don't drop your neck back, Franco. Keep the neck. There you go. Perfect. Hips go up and back, down dog. We need no injuries. We need you going back to work. I need you going back to work. I love having you in class, but I really need you in other ways. Like, I'm going to take an extra month to do yoga. All right, here we go. Look where you want to go. Step or float to the top of the mat. Long spine. Fold. Chair pose. Here we go. You can take chair with your feet a little separated. Yeah. Just check that the feet are forward. Perfect. Shoot up to stand up, drag it to prayer, drop your arms. Here we go, arms go straight up, heavy in your heels, chair. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Long spine, step or float. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Right foot forward, back foot turns, rise, warrior one. Now you're moving breath to breath. To the floor we go, chaturanga. If I'm too fast, you slow it down. We'll wait for you later. The left foot lands when you're ready. Set it up. To the floor we go, through your vinyasa. When you hit dog, you breathe an extra breath. You leave it behind. Look where you want to go. Step or float light, top of mat. Long spine, fold. Chair pose. Shoot up to stand up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up. Heavy in your heels. Chair. Stick your butt way back. Yeah. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Long spine prepares you. Step or float, vinyasa. Up dog smooth. Perfect. Hips go up and back, down dog. Right foot forward, back foot turns, rise, warrior one. To the ground we go, chaturanga. Up dog, smooth operation. Hips go up and back, down dog. Left foot lands, back foot turns, building momentum in your body. To the floor, chaturanga. Smooth transitions, guys. Meet me in a dog, hold for an extra breath. Arms stay straight, look where you want to go. Step or float, top of mat, land light. Long spine, fold, chair. Shoot up to stand up, drag it to prayer, drop your arms. Arms go straight up, heavy in your heels, chair. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Long spine sets you up, step or float, vinyasa. Up dog. Hips go up and back, down dog. Right foot forward, back foot turns, rise, warrior one. To the floor we go, chaturanga. Smooth transitions, guys. That's it. Left foot forward, back foot turns, rise. To the floor we go, chaturanga. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Turn your toes to the right and your heels to the left. So the right foot goes in front of the left foot. Lean on your left hand for side plank, Vashisthasana. Yeah, we're gonna take it early here. Perfect. So if you come to this and you need to drop your forearm, some of us need that. Drop your forearm down. If you need to drop your bottom knee, you're welcome to do that. Yeah. It's better to find a pose that you can hold and be in than be in something that's, you know, not so good. The two hips stack. So the nature is that right hip wants to roll open. See if you can roll it on top of the bottom hip. That's why the foot in front is helpful. Yeah. Last little bit. See if you want to bring that top arm up and over. That's just going to create more heat in the body. Plank position slow. Down dog. Toes to the left, heels to the right. So now the left foot just lies in front of the right. Your right hand comes out a smidgen and then you roll. And if you need to drop your knee or drop to your forearm, please do so. Right hip underneath left hip. Left hip wants to roll open. Yeah, I like that, Laura. You can take the half fine. It's fine. Top arm can reach up and over if you want a little more action, a little more juice. Stay with it. Couple more breaths. Plank position, slow. This time add in a push-up. Pull yourself through a back bend. Hips go up and back, down dog. Look where you want to go. You can walk, step, float, skip, crawl to the top. Long spine here. Exhale the breath, fold. Sit into chair. Drag your hands to prayer. Inhale the breath. We're going to hook and twist towards the right. Yeah. Air twisting is a great option if you're feeling a little sensitive. Yeah. Watch that your feet, your shins, your knees all stay gathered together in one line. The weight continuously moving back into your heels. The spine stays long. And the goal is to look sideways or maybe look up. Yeah, if you want to open up your arms, totally fine. Up to you. Chair pose, pull it around, stay heavy in your legs. You can do it. Sit a little deeper. Drag your hands back to prayer. Inhale the breath. Yeah, let's bang it out, Joe. Turn to the left. You're strong. I saw you moving a grill. She was moving a grill. She started yelling, help me. He's making me move a grill outside. Yeah. Weights in your heels. Watch your right knee, Karen. That doesn't slide past your left. Very common. Yeah. Look sideways, look up. Reconnect with your breath. If you feel like you're starting to struggle, just breathe. 2 more. Chair pose, heavy in your legs. You're going to sit all the way down to a boat Navasana, but I want your hands on the floor to start. Yes. Your knees are bent. Yeah. So you're in a boat Navasana, your fingertips are on the ground. You have to kind of decide, are your arms forward, a little bit out to the side? It just depends on your wingspan. Right. Maybe a little bit back. What we're looking for is that the eyes of the shoulders are open and you're not leaning back. You're really upright. Right. Perfect. Take the hands behind the head. Yeah. Elbows open and breathe right here. You're going to lower to low boat like this. Yeah. So it's almost like it's like a yawn. You open it up. And then you pull it back up. Yeah. Hands behind the head might go. Yeah. One more time, try the hands behind the head for 3 more breaths. And then lower down. Pull it up, Navasana. Cross the ankles and crawl back, Chaturanga. The up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. The right foot lands, the back foot turns, rise, warrior 1. Good, drop your arms alongside your body. Yep, widen your stance a little, guys, and what I mean by that is take your feet, like it almost feels a little funny because the right foot's a little bit more to the right and the left foot's a little more to the left. Interlace your hands behind your back, yeah. Inhale, lift the chest, exhale, start to fold. I have much more success with a wider positioning. Turn this toe more forward and you'll be in good shape, yeah. Don't get caught up on what your humble is like, yeah. Some of us just come down a little, some of us can rest our stomach on our thigh. Some of us are more mobile and we can get into the inside of that right leg. So there's no judgment. You do you. Your right hip has to continuously grip in though, and your back left leg is doing a lot of work. You keep spinning that leg forward. Stay with it. You're going to keep the bind. Start to lift the torso up. Keep the bind, keep the bind. Straighten the right leg on track. Keep the bind for a beat. Turn the right foot towards the mirrored wall. That's to the left. Even out your feet if they're all over the place. If you can keep the bind, that's great. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold down the center. If you go halfway and you start to feel any tugging in your shoulders, just, forget about it and just let the hands rest to the floor. Everything's a suggestion or an option. When we forward fold, bend your knees, lift your hips way up, and bring your weight forward. Start to come up nice and slow, hand slide to your hips. Open up your arms nice and wide. Yeah, pick up your right foot, turn your right foot forward. Yeah, turn your back toes in on an angle and pivot into triangle. Noah's bus didn't show up. He was late to school. Welcome to the first day. That's not cool. We pay a lot of money. Yeah, I do. Run to school. Pull up anywhere across the front of your right shin. Yeah. No. You got it, Nikki. I would take the block up a notch higher. Perfect. Great. You want to feel like you're hooking your hips in. That's it. And definitely the knee, the front leg always has a little bend. Yeah. And that just depends on your hamstring ability. Like some of us have to bend it a lot more. Yeah. Perfect. You'll look down and step right up into Ardha Chandrasana like this. Yeah. Take the block if your hand is on it and just travel it forward. Yeah, side ribs are long. Add in the half bind if you feel that kind of going your direction in your practice. If not, don't worry about it. Everybody is taking your right ribs and turning them. Jody, it looks great, but kick your right foot behind you and then take your right ribs and turn them. Yeah. And that sometimes is enough to just, all those things take you out, right? And you have to reset. It's fine. Anchor your right foot and grip your right hip in. Release the left leg if you bound it. Giant step back, warrior two. So you're going to take a nice, yummy step back, warrior two. Lengthen your tailbone. Track your right knee. So you want to make sure your right knee rolls open. Lengthen the tailbone, spread the collarbone. Yeah, close your eyes, settle in here. Everything from the ground up helps you root. So focus on your feet and then kind of just do a little check of your body all the way through the crown of your head. It's a good way to go here. Roll your right thigh open. Stay with it. Circle it to the floor, vinyasa. Halfway to a push-up. Drag it through an up dog. Take it all out if it's not for you today. It's fine. Hips go up and back, down dog. Nice work. Step your left foot forward, turn your back foot in. I like to widen the stance immediately, like take the feet a little wider and then rise warrior one. Yeah, you can try that on. If it's not for you, I get it. Warrior one. Drop your arms down. Interlace the hands. So you're going to grab the less comfortable grip. Opposite thumb, opposite baby finger. Yeah. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Before we go, let's see if we can turn this foot a little bit more forward. Yeah. Let's do this. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. And then come forward. Much better. So I was looking at your feet and all the way up towards your pelvis, just making sure just that, adding that changed it. Perfect. Pick your humble. It doesn't have to be a deep, earth-shattering hold. Find something you can maintain. Keep gripping your left hip in, activating the muscles around your right quadricep. Keep the bind, start to lift your torso. As you come up, see if you can keep the bind. That's a challenge for a lot of us. Straighten the left leg, turn your left toes towards the right, towards the feel good, do good. Before you just dump forward, make sure your feet are on the same plane of energy. Yeah, and pitch the toes in just an inch. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, come forward, humble, forward fold. wide straddle with that humble grip. Bend your knees a lot, lift your hips. If you come halfway down and there's any tugging on the shoulders, just let your hands go. Laura, bend your knees more. There you go. Nice. Just keep bringing your weight forward. Yeah. Come up nice and slow. When you get to the halfway mark, slide your hands to your hips. Great. Lift the torso, come up the rest of the way. Open up your arms wide. It actually feels kind of good. Spread across your torso. From your left hip, lift your left toes up. Pivot them forward. Pick your distance and find triangle. A soft bend or a deep bend behind that front knee, depending on your body. Yeah. Take the block to the outside of the calf if you're using it. Yeah, it's just a better placement for the shoulder. You want to envision like you're pulling up somewhere across the front of the shin, like pulling your pant leggings up your leg. Yeah. Good. There's a hooking in of your hips and a little lean back action, but you're not in your low back. Keep it all in this shape. Look down and step up into Ardha. Use the same block, just carry it forward enough. I'd recommend like, 8, 10 inches. We're not holding out a tape measure, just kind of guide it in. Yeah. So focus from your left foot all the way up. It's like a Tadasana on your standing left leg. Rip it in and up, and then lift your right leg to the height of your right hip. And then add in the half bind if you did it on the other side. Yeah, and if it's not for you, just stay in its basic form. Keep taking your left ribs and turning them. Release any binds if you edit it in. Giant step back warrior 2. So you have to just trust the process, step all the way back, arrange your feet, and then settle into it. Soften the shoulders, roll your inner left thigh open. Yeah, it's amazing how you start to collect tension in your shoulders, especially in a sequence like this where we're linking. Yeah. Yeah. Close your eyes and go inward for a little. All right, if your eyes are closed, blink your eyes open. Straighten your left leg on track. Take your hands to your hips for a beat. Yeah. If you need your block for extended side angle, B, right, you're going to take it with you to the back of the mat. We're going to pick up that right foot, and we're going to turn it to the back skinny edge of the mat. We're going to turn our left toes in. Just kind of dump your block down. Reset warrior 2 first. Yep. Warrior 2. And then you'll place your hand on the instep of your foot. Yeah. Instep of foot today. Yeah, or arm on top of thigh. Left arm straight up and over your ear to start. So stretch up and over. Yeah, Franca, it looks great. Soften your right shoulder down your back. And then reach your left arm up and then take it behind your back and see if that gives you a little bit more range. Half bind or full bind. Just reminding you, if you do go for a full bind, you have to keep track of your breathing and your collarbone is spreading open. You lean back a little, your right hip grips in, no matter where you are in the pose, and your right ribs continuously turn. You're sitting deep into that front thigh. Nice, Cheryl. Grab your block in your right hand, like hold it, and pull up warrior 2. So now your block is just in your right hand, warrior 2. Straighten your right leg on track. Drop your arms for a beat. Turn your right toes in. Travel the block to the front of the mat, left toes out, find warrior two. Warrior two. Place the hands to the instep of that foot. Yeah. I like the block like medium to high setting. Sometimes I even knuckle the block with that hand. Right arm reaches straight up. First, carry your right arm, if it's able to go that direction, up over your ear. So you get this side body stretch. Perfect. And then reach it straight up and see if you can wrap it behind your back. Sometimes this just gives us a little extra room. Good. And then you get this whole openness of the collarbone and the chest. Full binders, go for it. Grip your left hip in and turn your ribs. There's a little lean back, so the crown of the head kind of lines up with that front foot. Two more. Warrior two, come on up. Circle to the floor through a vinyasa of your choice. The up dog is smooth. Nice work. Hips go up and back, down dog. Look to the top of the mat. Walk or hop your feet there. Long spine. Fold in half. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Stand on your right leg and drag your left leg up. Don't use your hands. Just drag it up to a 90-degree angle. Yeah. Good. Take your hands to prayer. Start to turn your torso a little bit to the left. Yeah. Start to open up your arms. Yeah. Slide your right hand to the left thigh or the outside of the foot. Kick the foot forward. This is called dancing Shiva. You don't have to have the full expression of the pose to be, quotes, in the pose. Right. The goal is to stand up straight, lengthen your tailbone, and peel open. If the leg happens to go forward, good for you. In this case, you can start to look sideways and start to look back. Pull around to center. Keep the leg up, but bring your hands behind your head. Yes. So you're just going to try warrior three with your hands behind your head. Obviously, if it doesn't work, you use the blocks, okay? Yep. Soften the right knee, spin the left thigh down. Great, Danielle. It looks really good. Left hand to the floor or block, right hand to the flat part of your back. Revolve Darda. Yeah, I know. I mean, you got up to come here. We might as well make it count. Right. Scissor your inner thighs in. Some of you I know are nursing some injuries. An alternative to this is twisting triangle. Please, listen to what your body needs. It looks great, Apu. I just take a tiny bit of a bigger step and you're in good shape. Yes. If you are on revolved Ardha, fire up your back leg. Yeah. Breathe your collarbone open. If you can peel your right arm open towards the sky, give it a go. If not, don't worry about it. Scissor your hips. You got 3 more breaths. Right hand to the floor, step your feet hips width distance to the top of the mat. Grab onto your big toes with a peace sign grip. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, open your elbows and fold. Halfway lift, hands to your hips. Come the rest of the way up. Stand up tall. Drop your arms alongside your body. I want you to stand on your left leg and draw your right leg up without using your hands. So just keep your arms by your side body. So just lift the leg up. Yeah, flex the foot. Then bring your hands to prayer at heart. Then start to turn a little bit towards the right. So you could pick how much you can turn. And you feel when your hips start to go out of alignment. Then you open up your arms if you're able to do so. This is a great option for today because it's working on balance, like coordination and focus. If you want to take your left hand to the outside of the right thigh or travel it further down to the outside of your foot, that's the full pose. Start to kick it forward. Pull around to center. Leg lifts to a 90-degree angle, arms up to start, and then hands slide behind your head. Now, the goal here is to keep your elbows very, very open. Then slide your right leg back into warrior three. Move slow so you can really feel what you're doing, and the chest lifts higher. Soften the left knee, extend the right leg back, activate that back leg. Nice, Karen. Spin your right thigh bone down. Slide your right hand to the block. Yes. Left hand to the flat part of your back, and you're ready for Revolved Ardha. Yeah, so it's like a seamless transition because your body is so prepared. You don't know what to do with yourself. You're so excited. Lift from that inner thigh. Throw in twisting triangle if this doesn't work. Amy, it looks good. Soften that right knee, left knee, and extend that right leg back. Scissor the hips. You got a couple more breaths. You're rocking it. Left hand down. Listen carefully. Giant step back with your right leg. Yeah. Keep your hands on the floor. You're in a low lunge with your left leg forward. Bring your hands to the instep of your left foot. Walk your hands through center. You're going to pivot your body. You're going to straighten your left leg. You're going to pivot towards the right. Pivot low. Pivot towards the back skinny edge of the mat. And pivot your right foot forward. You're in a low lunge facing me. Even out your feet. It's sometimes good to change your directions. Yes, for proprioception, right, which we're all lacking as we get older. Sweep your arms up, crescent lunge. Yeah. If you get here and you feel really toasty in your legs, drop your back knee or soften it. Drag your hands to prayer. Inhale your breath. First lean out and then twist. Yeah, let your left heel, Laura, pop up off the ground. It's going to be much easier. That's not a wrong way to take the pose. It's just harder. Yeah. If you get here and you feel like you can't support the posture, drop the knee, please. Squeeze your right hip in, activate your back leg, and twist open. Look sideways or look up. Try not to look back. We have a tendency to round. Very nice, Zoe. So we're going to kind of breathe through the transition. On the exhale breath, take the hands to frame your front foot. Walk the hands to the instep of the foot. Straighten the right leg and start to crawl through the center. Back towards the feel good, deal good. Crawl to the front edge of the mat. It's kind of like one rotation. Line up your feet. Don't be in a rush. And then rise. Nice. As you come up to crescent lunge facing the front of the house, drag your hands to prayer. Inhale your breath. First, lean forward a little. Exhale the breath, hook and twist. Very nice. The back leg is like a warrior. It's like a plank position. So it's really engaged, or maybe you opt to drop the knee. Scissor that left hip under and the right hip in. Open up your arms if you want more. Point the left elbow towards the sky and twist. You can always take this as an easy twist. Nice, Danielle. I was going to give you an adjustment, but you kind of just worked it out. Right hip up, left hip down. 2 more. Hands to the floor. Plank position. Plank position. In plank position, drop to your forearms. Forearm plank. Yeah, forearm plank. Lengthen your tailbone, look forward with your eyes. Yeah. Now in forearm plank, keep your arms the way they are, or you can clasp your hands if that works better for you. Start to walk your feet in and up for dolphin. So it's essentially just forearms down for a down dog, but you're on your forearms. Walk your feet up. Yeah. The top of the head isn't touching the floor. So it's like a tighter, shorter down dog on your forearms. Breathe your right leg up only if you can. If not, just stay. If any of you can go up into pincha, you're welcome to do so. If not, stay here. Pincha is a forearm stand. Lower the right foot. Lift the left leg. So the way to a pincha is to keep the leg that's lifted high and then come really high on the toes that are down. That's it. And then you take little baby hops. That's how you do it. Lower the left foot. Child's pose, come down. Reach your arms back in child's pose, grab the base of your feet. Exhale all the breath out. You're doing awesome. We're almost there. Down dog. It's like you're ready for night night. Everyone. Down dog. Let's look to the hands, hop the feet all the way through, lay down. Lay down on your back. Let's back bend first, then we'll hip open. Yeah, lay down, set your feet up, fingertips skim the backs of your heels. Yeah. So I want to take a couple really good back bends. Yeah, two really good ones. We'll hold them for about 5 to 8 breaths. If you just prefer to kind of go into a yummy block underneath and just chill out, that's cool. First set, traditional bridge. Yeah. Traditional bridge, clasping your hands underneath your low back. Yeah, first set, regular bridge. Some of you feel eager to go deeper. Exhale the breath, lower down. If you're on a block, just stay. Yeah. Reset for take 2. Take 2. You'll flip your palms if you're ready to travel a little further or deeper, or just repeat. If you're on a block, you're welcome to lift one leg, then the other leg. Nice, Jody. Steer your feet forward. Yeah. In any of these back bends, I'm okay with you having your feet wider than what's been described. Yeah, the hips width distance sometimes doesn't work for some of us. Nice. The front line of your body is getting this awesome opening. Exhale the breath, lower down. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give them a very big squeeze. Yeah. Reach for the outer blades of your feet for a happy baby. Pull the knees down around the rib cage. Extend the left leg forward and hug your right knee in. Don't worry, we won't do any more abs. Take the right leg over to the left for just a basic supine twist. Even if you like a fancier version, there's something said about this simple version. Yeah. It works well. Roll up to center, relax the right leg out, hug your left knee in, give it a good little squeeze, and drop it over to the right for supine twist. You kind of have to lift your hips up out of the way, just an inch or two. Great. Roll up to center, hug your knees even in towards your chest, give them a big squeeze. And then you're just gonna rock up to sit, and you're gonna find your favorite hip opener. So if you like cross leg, or you wanna go into a double pigeon, or single pigeon, or bull seat, if you need a suggestion, you don't know any of the names of these things, let me know. I'm not gonna grade you today. So half pigeon's obviously the most commonly visited. You could stay on your back. I just want you to find one that you can hold and breathe in. We're gonna be here for about a minute on each side. switch, go to the other side, wherever you are, just travel to the other side, stay in your yoga mood. If your eyes are closed, I encourage you to keep your eyes closed. Start to bring your torso up nice and slow. Yeah. Travel a little to the left, swing your right leg forward. Extend the legs forward, and then vertebrae by vertebrae, you'll set yourself up as you lower slow onto your backs. So Shavasana is ordered. Yeah, master pose. Making your own time. I worked hard. Complete rest. Exhale the breath out. Deep breath in. Full complete exhale breath out. Arms reach up over the top of the head. If you like staying down and just kind of relaxing a little longer, please do so. Hug your knees slowly in towards your chest. Give them a big squeeze. And any way that feels good in your body, you rock yourself up and just sit up nice and tall. Sit up really tall and just feel the effects that this practice has on you. Every time you come to your mat, there's a shift. It gets a little bit more interesting. Remind yourself that it is your glue to being grounded. Hands to prayer. Bow your head for a moment. Have gratitude. It is the best attitude. Lift the head, open the eyes. Namaste. Go out there, have an awesome afternoon. Hydrate yourselves. Let me know if you have any questions. I will be here Friday.